studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska. We present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. We have made it to a Friday. It is the 10th day of July for 2026. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic, we're up and at 'em here this morning. Got all of your news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. A pair of Nebraska basketball standouts were honored by the Big Ten Conference yesterday as Nebraska's outstanding sportsmanship winners. Talk about that on the show here today. Hastings Sodbusters scoring 5 runs in the 7th inning to beat the Grand Island Fighting Cranes 11-3 last night out of Duncan Field. Same two teams will play again tonight, this time at Ryder Park in GI, with the first pitch being at 7 o'clock. Legion baseball last night, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes going on the road at the Capital City Clash and dropping a pair of games. They've got another one scheduled for this afternoon. Hastings 5 Points Bank will play in a Hastings Kearney tournament this weekend. Hastings Brunswick playing in the Bellevue East tournament. And some quarterfinal action yesterday in the World Cup as France defeated Morocco 2-0 in the ball game yesterday. Spain is going to play Belgium today. And then tomorrow it'll be Norway against England and Argentina against Switzerland to complete the quarterfinal round. So that's what's going on sports-wise here today. Also going to be talking with Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network. He'll talk ponies at the bottom of the hour today, not only in Omaha, but Ogallala opening up some racing action this weekend. So we'll talk about that on the show here this morning as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning.
Good morning. Just itching everywhere.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus. Mosquitoes 1, Sodbusters nothing, Cranes -1. I think that was the final box score last night. Mosquitoes are horrible at Duncan Field, and it was like about right when the sun went down, and they just came out of nowhere and swarmed the entire place. The third baseline particularly was just an awful, awful spot to be. And, of course, during our 5-run 7th inning, I mean, like, everything in baseball is a double-edged sword, right? We get the 5-run 7th. We clear enough of a gap to be able to beat Grand Island for, I don't know, only a handful of times this season out of the damn near 20 that we played them so far. So, that's great. And I'm excited about that. And I'm happy for the guys. But while I'm standing there on the third base line, waiting to go out for our final competition, I am just getting eaten alive. So, here's my, again, request. And I think we got on their ass last year a little bit and finally got the foggers to come out. It's time. Dear City, it's time to bring the mosquito foggers out. Let's go ahead and start with Duncan Field and just douse the shit out of it, and then please move on to my neighborhood so that I can mow in peace and don't have to wear long sleeves and pants and high socks. I don't know how these mosquitoes, they cut through multiple articles. I have mosquito bites on my back. I had 2 shirts on last night. They went through 2 shirts to get to my back. I have them on the top of my feet. I was wearing tennis shoes. How do I have one on the top of my toe? I got one on my eyelid, elbows, everywhere. Just freaking gross. I bathed in lotion last night.
I want to know how you got a mosquito bite on your eyelid.
A mosquito bit my eye. I don't know.
You don't normally get mosquito bites on your eyelid.
Well, you do when you're have 1,000 mosquitoes on you.
Yeah, I was out to the game.
I couldn't keep them off, and I had bug spray. That was the sad part. Like, I was doused in the Midwestern cologne of DEET, and still absolutely was the buffet. I was the prime rib on the buffet last night for the mosquitoes.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was out to the game as well, and we were sitting on the third base side, and we were fine most of the night until about the seventh inning.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, God, they just, like you said, they came out of nowhere, and they were all over the joint.
Sunrise and sunset.
So.
And, yeah, it was sunset about the seventh inning, so that's when the mosquitoes are going to go to feast. Yeah, they got me.
Yeah,
I think I got one on the top of my head. I have a hat. Like, how is this all possible?
I'm with you. It's time for the mosquito foggers. We're going to be hosting some baseball tournaments out at Duncan here in the next couple of weeks. A state tournament for the juniors.
Yeah.
Going to be here next weekend. So, yeah, I think it's time. I've got the mayor's number. Maybe we'll give him a call and see if we can get the foggers out.
Let's get them rolling. Let's get them active. Yeah, and because I was just talking with the fans, like it sucked last night because we had our best crowd, biggest crowd of the year.
It was great.
Amazing crowd for a Thursday, and they were all leaving early. And as kind of like the person that's in charge of fan engagement, I was like, "Hey, what's going on? We got a good baseball game. We're winning. Why are you leaving?" And they're like, "The mosquitoes are horrible. We can't do it. We just can't hang." And I'm like, I get you. I feel you. I understand. But it sucked. Like, we had to lose. We lost people early in that game. Now, again, luckily by the seventh inning, the game was well in hand, and so it wasn't horrible, and they didn't miss out on any of the fun on the field activities. But yeah, I just felt horrible or helpless, I guess, because there's nothing you can do about mosquitoes. You know, you can do all you can do about the product on the field and what we're doing in the stands and how we're having fun with the crowd and interacting like that. You can't do a damn thing about mosquitoes other than get the fogging trucks out.
You're giving me the itchies this morning.
I'm giving you the itchy. Well,
yeah,
you're thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
I don't need to think about it. Like,
and now I'm itching all over the place. And I don't even have that many mosquito bites after last night. But you're giving me the itchies.
So let's get the fogging trucks. I remember, I vividly remember, and this is wild, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, the chemicals and they're unhealthy." I turned out okay. I used to ride my bike behind them. Like, we bathed in that stuff, dude.
Yeah, I remember growing up, we used to have mosquito foggers go up and down our streets several times a week. Mm-hmm. And you could hear them coming. Yeah. Here comes the foggers. Yeah, now I can't remember the last time I've really seen a mosquito fogger. I know they were out last year or the year before when they got bad.
But I think they just did the parks, though.
They did. They
didn't do, like, residential areres.
No, just like the public areas.
Yeah.
Which don't make a lot of sense. But
I would, prefer them to, keep those trucks moving. Get done with the parks, and then let's do it like an emergency snow route.
Yeah, I agree. So
I'm with you.
Maybe we'll get a hold of the mayor and ask him about that.
They're awful.
So anyway, the Sodbusters did pick up a win last night, 11-3 over the Grand Island Fighting Cranes. You were trying to get me involved in one of these fan engagement type deals.
Yep.
And after you described what I had to do, I looked at my daughter, who was also at the game, and said, "I don't know if I can do this." You wanted me to push this this garbage container from third base to home plate, and then put a bunch of baseballs in this garbage container, turn around, and run back to third base, all in which time I'm going to be
racing your grandson.
Racing my grandson, who is 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I thought it would have been a great entertainment.
after you did it,
Uh-huh.
I feel confident that if you give me the chance again, I think I can do that. But when you were describing the contest, I thought there ain't no way that I'm going to run from third base to home, put some baseballs in this garbage container, and then run back to third base in front of all the fans. I could just see myself falling down and not being able to get back up. And then after I saw the contest, I thought, how am I going to reach down there and grab 5 baseballs off of the turf and put them in the garbage can?
Did you see Lonnie?
Yeah,
He scooped him up with one hand.
all 5 of them.
He one-handed that, all 5, and knocked him in the. And I was like, that was the most impressive play of the night. The Adams Central Elementary principal scooping up 5 baseballs with one hand and dumping them in one motion. I was like,
I would
damn,
like
I
to
haven't
see,
seen that.
Yeah, I'd like to see a replay of that.
It was great.
Yeah, because he scooped them all up, and poor Riken, he's picking up a baseball at a time.
Right?
And Lonnie, he picks up 5 all at once, throws them in the trash container. He's heading back down the third base line already.
I was just worried he was going to pull a hammy down the backstretch. He had such a lead.
He did.
And you could tell he was getting winded towards the end. And Riken, I mean, he had some closing speed. I think Sherry DeVoe wants to talk to him about the next Kentucky Derby. He came out of nowhere all from behind and ended up clipping him right at the end for a photo finish.
Yeah, so you tried to get me to do that contest.
I thought that would have been hilarious.
And we all nominated Lonnie being the elementary school principal out there at Adams Central. I said that'd be a great matchup.
Yep.
Lonnie against an elementary kid from AC. So we got that one in the books.
It actually ended up being a good matchup.
Yeah, it was.
No, that was the proper choice. Ryan Martin chiming in on the YouTube page on Ryan Martin Outdoors. When I first saw that game, the trash can game, I instantly thought of Mike Will doing it.
Why?
It's got fun written all over it. And you're a fun guy.
I am a fun guy.
And that game is fun.
Yeah, after I saw it, speed really, I don't know, how fast can you push a garbage container?
Or pull. Nobody elected for the pull route.
I was talking about
interesting.
that. I was talking, Coach Stroman was sitting with me last night, and we were discussing.
You guys were strategizing?
Yes, we were. He says, well, you could pull it. You could pull it just as fast as you could push it. So, yeah, we were strategizing my moves there at the Sodbusters game. But anyway,
it's actually, I'll give out a secret. That's the preferred method. That's if you want to trim down a couple seconds, you go for the pull method.
Really? You see more people win that contest with the pull method?
Yep.
All right, maybe next time. Next time I'll do it.
All right. We'll
So, yeah, thanks for Lonnie for taking over the scene for the.
He loved it. He was having a great time.
All right, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Friday. Again, Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network coming up at 7:30 this morning. I see Anthony Davis's chapter in Los Angeles is finally over. Of course, Davis has been traded to the Washington Wizards. Well, yesterday he sold his house out in Los Angeles for $32 million.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. It's located in the Bel Air Crest neighborhood. The house features 8 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, 8 full bathrooms, and then 4 half bathrooms. And it measures 17,254 square feet. And obviously there's a lot of amenities that go with Anthony Davis's house out in Los Angeles. It's got the state-of-the-art theater room. It's got a game room and a lounge. It's got a wet bar. It's got a wine cellar. It's got a gym with a massage room and a salon. There's more. There's an Olympic-sized swimming pool in the backyard combined with tennis and the basketball courts and a batting cage. Also outdoors is a chef's kitchen, a vegetable garden, some pool cabanas with a wellness center that includes a cold plunge and a sauna. Home also features an elevator, solar array, a smart house system, and a motor court big garage big enough to house 30-plus cars. Somebody got a steal for $32 million yesterday out in Los Angeles.
Sounds like more like an all-inclusive resort.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it. Of course, Davis played 6 seasons with the Lakers, averaged 24.8 points, 11 rebounds, 3.7 assists. Now he's in Washington playing for the Wizards. But man, oh man, $32 million for Anthony Davis's house out in Los Angeles.
Why do you need 12 bathrooms?
Yeah, I don't know who was living there.
Jesus.
Why do you need 8 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms? I can see the other stuff. You know, you got the cash. You might as well have an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Oh, sure. Right.
Tennis courts and a basketball court. I can see that stuff. But what home needs 8 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms?
This bed is just right. That takes Goldilocks to, like, the 9th degree.
Let's see. Washington Commanders are retiring Hall of Fame running back John Riggins' number 44. More than 40 years after he scored a touchdown in one of the most famous runs in Super Bowl history. He becomes the 7th player in franchise history to have a number retired. He'll be honored during Washington's game against the Los Angeles Rams on November the 8th. John Riggins played for Washington from 1976 to 1985. He remains the franchise's all-time leading rusher with 7,742 yards and is second in touchdowns with 85. So after 40 years, the Commanders are finally getting around to retiring John Riggins' number 44. Of course, you don't want to retire a whole lot of numbers.
No.
That means you can't use that number again. You don't retire too many of those numbers. You run out of numbers.
Yeah, a couple thoughts. I think it's like the front office, first of all, being like, we need to have a number retirement ceremony, like, because our franchise sucks. And so they probably just like, well, who? And then they had to go down the list and like find the last time that Washington had a halfway decent football player. The other thing is, it's number 44. And we all know that for whatever reason, and I still hate it, as a football fan, that the fullback position essentially died. Basically died with the read option and the spread, which came into existence, and there's no more fullback numbers. So 44 is a safe one to retire because nobody's going to pick it up because nobody's going to play the fullback position.
Yeah, you're probably right. Probably a safe number to retire. Adam Vinatieri, he's going to be the next player into the Indianapolis Colts Ring of Honor. He's going to become the 21st person associated with the franchise's Ring of Honor. He'll be receiving that distinction during the October 18th Colts game against the Tennessee Titans at Lucas Oil Stadium. Vinatieri is also going to be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame next month. He's one of the great kickers.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Vinatieri, he owns NFL records for points and in field goals made. And one of his most remarkable records is an NFL best.
Go ahead.
No, boy, he made 44 consecutive field goals in a row. 44, count them.
Well, that number got retired.
Yeah. So, yeah, he made 44 consecutive. 44 is the name of the game today. Retiring John Riggins, number 44, and Adam Vinatieri with 44 consecutive field goals converted during the 2015-2016 season. So great honor there for Adam Vinatieri. He's going to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And then later on this year, he'll be inducted into the Indianapolis Colts Ring of Honor.
So there you go. Go to the bar this Friday afternoon for lunch, one that preferably has Keno, and put a $5 bill on number 44 because that's the hot number today. Vinny, I thought you were going to pour salt in the wound of the Raiders fans by talking about one of his most iconic moments was that kick in the snow. An absolute blizzard. You couldn't even see the goalpost. You couldn't see the uprights.
Yeah.
And the refs were like, I think it went through. And, iconic moment that sent the Pats onward in that matchup with the Raiders. Vinny, like consistency. Think about kickers. You know, we all play fantasy football. And kickers are a dime a dozen, and most of them don't even make it through the whole season before they get replaced because if you're an inconsistent kicker, you're off the team, period. I mean, special teams is such a fine margin, you can't make those kind of mistakes. So, yeah, you miss a couple field goals, next thing you know, you're jobless. Kind of like the closer role in baseball. They don't stick around for very long. And so to have a guy like Vinny that played forever, and was still, even in the decline of what most pundits would say is your decline of your career, he was still banging in 40-yarders. So, one of the game's greats for sure.
You got to be better than that nowadays. You can't just be banging in 40-yarders.
Oh, man.
You better be banging in some 60-yarders.
The evolution of the kicker.
Yeah.
These 50-yarders are like, they are no contests anymore.
Well, the 50-yarders are like 40-yarders used to be.
Yeah.
For most kickers, a 53-yard field goal is a chip shot. Mm-hmm. To have a leg, you got to now kick like 60-yard field goals.
Be Cam Little.
Yep.
The Jaguars kicker, he's got a boot.
And so is the Dallas Cowboys kicker. I forgot his name, but no, but
yeah, he's real memorable. I forgot.
No, but he's the Dallas Cowboys kicker is also a good kicker. I'm starting to brush up. I'm starting to brush up on my fantasy guys.
Okay, I know, and they're there. I was gonna give you some fantasy football advice about when you draft kickers, because you go atrociously high with kickers and defenses, and I've never really understood why.
My philosophy.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it just because there's only like two kickers you know, so you want to try to scoop them up?
Or I have one in mind. Maybe I always want Harrison Butker on my team.
Yeah, but you don't need him in the 8th round. No one's gunning for him.
Yeah, but once kickers go, then they start going.
I love that about our draft.
Yeah. It's like defenses, when they go, everybody's got to grab a defense. Why? There's 32 teams. We've got 10 people in our league.
And you're probably going to drop them before week 1 anyways.
Yeah, and you can always pick up a defense.
Always pick up a defense.
God, fantasy football's coming up. Going to our... Oh, jeez. The Chief. Chief has got one on me.
Oh, he dug.
Mike versus Reichen race would have gone the same way as the March Madness brackets did. Reichen dominates. You know what the scary thing is about the Chief?
What is the scary thing about the Chief?
He's now got, I think it's his, is it his Chief? Is it his nephew?
Okay.
His nephew is going to play on Reichen's baseball team next summer.
No shit.
Yes, that means me and Chief will be at a lot of games together.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's not good news. When I saw that come out, I thought, oh, no.
The evolution of the pit crew.
Yeah, is now coming over to the Hastings Orioles team.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, the Chiefs. I think it's.
I'm going to show up to a Hastings Orioles game for no reason other than the love of the game. They go, oh, what kid's yours? I'm just here for Chief.
Chief and Riken.
I'm just here for the pit crew.
Yeah, the Chief is now part of the Hastings Orioles.
That's outstanding.
That's going to be scary.
You'll have a blast.
I know. Part of it was bringing his nephew on the team. The other part of it is bringing in a parent that's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we won't have any problems when we go.
Chief will take care of that.
Yeah, when we go out of town, we'll have somebody to hang out with the Chief. Anyway, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for Friday. If you'd like to chime in with us, solve our mosquito problem, 402-834-1330. 402-834-1330. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. If you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, we're monitoring those comments as well. Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network is coming up. You're listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
The City of Hastings Development Services Department is hosting a public meeting for zoning updates related to adult establishments as well as short-term rentals. One of these things is not like the other. The meeting will be from 5 until 6:30 on Thursday, July 23rd at the Hastings Public Library. These two issues are being discussed together, even though they don't sound like they should be together at all, because statutes and court cases have addressed these zoning categories, and the Hastings City Code has limited language addressing them. Adult establishments are addressed in City Code as a conditional use permit, but there are no districts where the conditional use permit is allowed. The Development Services Department has proposed definitions for assembly and retail adult establishments, but needs public input on how to regulate them. Zoning changes are intended to address potential legal issues and provide consistency and clarity within the city's zoning code. The meeting is the latest step, I should say, in a year-long process by the city to rewrite Chapter 54 of the Municipal Code, which specifically addresses zoning. Meanwhile, the City of Hastings is warning the public about emails posing as city employees and other city officials. These are a scam. The emails use a sending email address not affiliated with the City of Hastings, but made to look like an official email. The malicious emails come from the following email address: planningdepartment.cityofhastingsne.gov@usa.com. Totally legitimate. All official City of Hastings emails come from @cityofhastings.org. And in election news, because everybody loves election news on a Friday, nonpartisan candidate for Nebraska's 1st Congressional District, Austin Allman, says he has enough signatures to be on the November ballot. That will set up a 4-way race with Democratic nominee Chris Backmeyer, Republican incumbent Mike Flood, and Libertarian Nick Sandman. It is 7:28. Hang on while I get Jim hooked up here to go. And Jim Schleicher will join us after the break. Mike Will has got your sports. Good morning.
Yeah, sports today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa. Before you hit the field or recover afterward, remember Bamboo Mind and Body Spa. A pair of Nebraska basketball standouts were honored by the Big Ten Conference yesterday as Nebraska's outstanding sportsmanship winners. Callan Hake helped the Nebraska women's basketball team to a 19-13 record and their 3rd consecutive NCAA tournament appearance. She averaged 7.2 points, 3.6 assists, 2.5 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game. Reich Mast was instrumental in the Huskers men's basketball team's record-breaking campaign last year. He averaged 13.3 points, 5.8 rebounds, 3.1 assists per game as Nebraska won 28 games and reached the NCAA Sweet 16 for the first time in program history. Hastings Sodbusters scored 5 runs in the 7th inning to beat the Grand Island Fighting Cranes 11-3 last night out at Duncan Field. A.J. Estelle had 2 hits and 3 RBIs for the Sodbusters. David Osana had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Jude Stewart was the winning pitcher. Rylan Evans and Sawyer Slade had 2 hits apiece for Grand Island. Hastings is now 12-17 in the season. Grand Island is 17-12. Same 2 teams will play tonight at Ryder Park in Grand Island. First pitch will be at 7. In American Legion baseball action last night, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes lost a pair of games in the Capital City Clash, losing to Gretna 11-6, and to the Epp Foundation Repair Juniors 9-3. Hastings is now 11-15 in the season. They'll play Harrisburg at 2 this afternoon. Hastings 5 Points Bank will play in the Hastings Kearney tournament this weekend. Hastings Brunswick will play in the Bellevue East tournament. In the quarterfinals of the World Cup yesterday, France defeated Morocco 2-0. Today, Spain will play Belgium at 2 this afternoon on Fox. Tomorrow, Norway will play England at 4, followed by Argentina against Switzerland at 8. That's a check on your sports headlines at 7:31 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Area showers and thunderstorms clear out by the morning hours. That'll leave us with mostly cloudy skies throughout the morning. We will clear out, though, and we'll have sunny skies by the afternoon with calm winds and a high of 84. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 63. 88 and sunny on Saturday, 90 on Sunday. Low 90s on Monday with plenty of sunshine, and that heat will continue into next week. That's Check Your Forecast. Have a great day.
Right now in Hastings, we've got northwest winds at 4, cloudy skies, and it's 69 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Wills-Heinzen and Browning with you on Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Again, thanks for listening today, whether you're on our website at x-streamsports.com, on your smartphone with our free mobile app, your smart speaker, Roku TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch. Thanks for listening to us. You all right over there?
Mm-hmm.
In the Western Studios?
I was sipping a cup of coffee and getting ready to talk ponies.
All right, let's do it. It's Friday.
They're moving into the gate.
And down the Suckley come in the Kentucky Derby, and Barbaro is running away. It's Edgar Prado aboard, and Barbaro is going to win this Derby by 6 lengths. Bluebest had second. From far back, Steppenwolf came on to be third.
All right, every week on a Friday, we always like to bring in Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network to talk ponies with us. Jimmy, good morning.
Morning, guys.
How's things going out your way? All right. Are the mosquitoes bad out there where you're at as they are around this place?
I don't know. I haven't noticed them on the golf course yet, so I think we're good.
All right. Maybe we'll ship them. We'll ship them from Hastings out to your place,
or we could just fog them and kill them.
Because a mosquito comes around me, it finds me in no time. So I'm just like a mosquito magnet.
All right, let's talk ponies. We've got a couple of different venues this weekend, don't we?
It is. Hearing that call to the post that you guys play, I mean, my heart raced a little faster. This is an exciting weekend. It doesn't make any difference what end of the state you're on, whether you're out at Ogallala, Nebraska, or whether you're in Omaha. There's races across the state this time. The quarter horse track at Lake Mac Casino and Racetrack is running today and tomorrow, and obviously we've got Horseman's Park with the thoroughbreds running in Omaha. So, yeah, it's a fun-filled weekend. I'm going to be headed to both ends of the state this week.
Got a giant card on Saturday at Horseman's, and we'll get to that, specifically the stakes race here in a little bit. But let's open up shop. Let's talk about Lake Mac as they enter the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Circuit. And I guess, first of all, this is kind of an interesting weekend where we do have multiple tracks going. Let's talk from the trainers, the owner perspective. What's the strategy going into what end of the state you decide to enter into this weekend? Talk a little bit about just the split.
Well, today I will obviously be out at Lake Mac at Ogallala. This is their one weekend that they run. They're in their infancy out there. They'll obviously be ramping up and having more days and more races coming up in the future. But last year, this was an exciting place to be. It was packed. They only run like 3 races last year, didn't have too many horses, but their purses are fantastic. So it has drawn some interest. There's quite a few horses coming up from Oklahoma, coming up from Texas. We're seeing horses come from Colorado, so there's some good jockeys coming in. There's some good trainers and some good horses in here, and so it'll be an exciting time out there today and tomorrow. It's something that if you haven't experienced before, it's a little different watching them come out of that gate. And I mean, they're hard pressed right from the start, only running maybe 100 yards, or they might be running a quarter mile. So it's an exciting, fun-packed action that you see.
All right, we've got picks for Lake Mac. We've got picks for Horseman's Park. Let's start there in Ogallala. Like I said, a couple of days of racing out there this weekend. What do you see on the card, Jimmy?
Well, I see that there's some good fields. We're not running 3 and 4 horse races. There are a couple because we do have to restrict one race a day to strictly Nebraska breds, and obviously there's not a lot of Nebraska breds that have been bred to race lately. So this is something that we're seeing a good opportunity to get into when you're seeing purses that are $18,000 to $30,000. Might be a place if you're thinking about owning a horse to move over and think about a quarter horse. But there is some good horses coming in here. We're seeing some graded stakes winners from other tracks that are coming in here. And when we're talking to graded stakes, them are some of the top races across the country that are run. It's a panel of experts that decide these races. And so we obviously Lake Mac doesn't have any graded races, but there's graded stakes race winners actually running there this weekend. And starts out in the very first day that there's a couple of them in there. We'll see. My best bet of the day, Hard to Politic, won a couple graded races already this year. So it is. There's some really nice horses to run and to watch out here today and tomorrow.
Again, Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network joining us here this morning. Talk ponies at Ogallala and at Horseman's Park in Omaha. So you gave us the best bet. You got a long shot of the day for Ogallala this weekend?
I really don't have a long shot. When there's only 4 races, it's hard to sit there and pull one that you'd like to call a long shot out of. I'd like to have a little more horses to choose from, but I do have my best bet. And today, that's in the 3rd race. It's the number 1 horse, Hard to Politic, and that is one that he's won 2 graded stakes races this year down in Oklahoma. And he also run in a grade 1 race, which is the elite races. He didn't finish too well. He had to qualify for that race, though. He was one of the top 10 to qualify, had a miserable race, but then he comes right back and wins again. So running here in Ogallala, I think that horse is going to be really hard to beat. He's got a good jockey that come in. The jockey's winning at 33%. So that's it. I think that's where my money's going to go, is on Hard to Politic in the 3rd race at Lake Mac today.
Again, Jim Schleicher from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network joining us here this morning on Huddle Up. We've been talking about the race weekend getting set for the Lake Mac out in Ogallala. Let's flip the attention over to the metro, the eastern end of the state. And there is a giant card coming up for Saturday, and a couple races really with a who's who of a field, but most notably the 7th, the 30,000 Who Doctor Who Stakes. And this field is absolutely loaded with firepower. How did you navigate this race, and how did you come up with your selection in General Shipman here?
Well, General Shipman is a very tough runner. For a Nebraska bred, he's made over $220,000. He's only a 5-year-old. He's also run in open company. So is Ship's Log, one of the contenders in this race. But when you look at this and you go, wow, this is tough. General Shipman just looks so tough in there to he has a speed. He can also lay just off of it. This is going to be an exciting race. So I really, really look for, like I said, General Shipman to pull off the win again. He's going to have to battle with Ship's Log, though, that also likes to be on the lead, and this has a speed bias. So it's a race that you're not going to want to miss out there.
And your long shot of the day in Omaha tomorrow is going to come in the 3rd race, it looks like. And this horse, well, he didn't even finish in his last outing, and you're going to be all over him this weekend?
Yeah, that's kind of hard to look at and say, gee, he broke terrible last time, didn't even finish the race. The trainer that brought that horse in, brought him in from Fairmont Park. That trainer brought in 3 horses. He had 2 wins on that day, and this is his horse that didn't win. Pat Clay had horses that were ready to run. Now those horses have switched over to a couple other barns. Marvin Johnson has this one for Pat, and it was ready to run. It just, when it broke bad, the jockey kind of gave up. He lost his irons a bit. What do? You save the horse, bring him right back. He was scheduled to come right back the following week. We had the rains last week, worked out a day. So now we're seeing him this weekend. Like I said, when you're beaten that bad, you're 50 lengths behind to start with, you don't even finish the race, people are going to look at that line and go, gee, how could I bet a horse that got beat that bad? That horse didn't finish the race. It shows him walking off the track. That horse is fine. He'll come back and run good tomorrow.
Best bet of the day coming up on Saturday's card for Omaha, a horse that has been just a money machine for those who have bet it, and I love how you described it, the model of consistency, and that's Hurricane Lassie in the 5th.
Oh, Hurricane Lassie is another one of them that it did get beat last time. It stretched out to a 7 furlongs. It had won at that distance before, but just caught a tough field, and I don't think she was on her A game that day. I think that Hurricane Lassie is going to come back and win on Saturday. But like I said, she's the model of consistency. And she was running. You could have claimed her last year for $5,000, and look what she's gone on to do. She's won like 7 races. I don't have her right up in front of me right now, but she's went on to make a lot of money for her owners.
All right, so racing this weekend at Ogallala and in Omaha. A lot of racing action throughout the state. Anything going on elsewhere, Jimmy, that we need to know about?
No, this weekend's there's some nice stakes races, but we're not seeing the top horses running this weekend. We'll see some really good ones coming back next weekend, but it's a good chance to showcase Nebraska racing this weekend. Sunday, there's some very good racing in Omaha, where the races got washed out last Saturday. That stakes race is coming back, so there is 9 races on Saturday in Omaha, and there's 2 stakes races in there. There's the Skunktail Stakes that only has 4 horses in there. Nobody wants to take on a horse called It's Not My Problem. It's Not My Problem for Mark Hibden, Nebraska bred that's reeled off a lot of stakes wins, not only at Nebraska, but went over to Colorado, won very easily over there. So we'll see the Skunktail Stakes, a $30,000 race there. And then we're going to finish up the card on Sunday with the Falls of Mist Stakes that has some really good runners in it. We'll see Tapiture's Lady, Nitrix, She's Electric, Lady Mazatlan, Geofactor, who won last time out, Tell It to the Judge, My Marino Mayor won last time out. I really think Lady Mazatlan is a horse to beat there, but very good racing both Saturday and Sunday in Omaha, and that'll wrap up the Horseman's Park meet, and then there'll be a week off, and we'll move over to Columbus. And if you haven't been to Columbus, Columbus is the 1-mile track, beautiful setting over there, nice grandstand, very family-oriented, good place to come out and catch some races in a couple weeks.
Jim, as an advocate for the growth of Nebraska thoroughbred racing, just from your standpoint, you're out on that end of the state, to have horse racing west of the timeline for Nebraska, to get it out into western Nebraska a little bit, away from the Grand Island and then the metro tracks. Just what does that do for the overall growth of the sport, and how exciting is that moving forward?
Well, it is really exciting, and one of the big things is we're talking about 2 different types of horses. We've got the quarter horses, and we've got the thoroughbreds. So it's 2 separate industries, but yet they're very similar. Last year, Ogallala was packed. When we seen the amount of people that were pouring in to watch races, were they there for the casino? Yeah, some of them were, but they were there for the racing. And I look at the excitement that it brings. I'm writing about horses. I'm writing about thoroughbreds. I'll also do some writing on the quarter horse races. It's kind of amazing to see there's not a lot of media out there for the quarter horses. And so for me, my audience picks up by over tenfold. I'm sitting there and looking at 170,000 people that are looking for information, and I just see that as astounding. If we had that for any sport, that you have 170,000 people reaching out to you for info, I mean, gee, I'd take that every day of the week. I'd quit my other jobs and I'd be sitting here pretty fancy.
Yeah, speaking of,
if you are planning on coming out, if you are coming out to Ogallala this weekend, please remember there is the time change out there. First post time is 3 p.m. Now that is 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Central. So, you could come out here. You might be a little early if you think you're showing up at 3 p.m. Central, and that wouldn't be all bad. You'll get a good seat and maybe be able to step into the casino where they've got some table games going and stuff now. You could go to your sports book. Very nice place that they have out here in Ogallala. And then Saturday and Sunday, obviously, we're over in Omaha, and then we're 1:30 post times, and that is Central Time.
And you got all the latest information on the ponies you can grab on your Facebook group. That's a Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network. All the latest info will be up on your Facebook group page. So, Jimmy, always enjoy talking to you each and every week. It sounds like you're going to put some miles on the old car this weekend, huh?
It is. It's going to go from one end of the state, and we'll meet a lot of nice people, though. Have a good time. Like I said, Ogallala, that's a good party atmosphere out there when it's something new. You get that many people, they feed off each other as far as the emotions, the excitement, the adrenaline gets going, and it's a very good time. It reminds me of a small Exarban when they'd have 30,000 people at the track, and you're going, everybody, it was just such a festive atmosphere, and you'll see that at Ogallala this weekend.
All right, hopefully you can grab some winners, Jimmy, and we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Sounds good. Let's make some money, and let's talk about them next week. And, hey, that horse Maximum Security that you give me a bad time about, he's been the best bet for quite a while, did win last time out. So.
Hopefully,
if we go back to the national scene, it was kind of nice to see that Mindframe pulled off the win. So,
all right. Hopefully, somebody made some money. Hopefully, somebody made some money.
It was a good week.
All right, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, guys. See you next week.
I see you. That's Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network, joining us like he does each and every Friday throughout the horse racing season. Yeah, we don't stop with just Funner Park stuff.
No.
Yeah, Funner Park has been. Yeah, we've escaped Funner Park a long time ago.
That was May.
Yeah, we've been to Lincoln, we've been to Omaha, now we're in Ogallala. We keep you up to date on all the horse racing stuff here at Extreme Sports Huddle Up.
Even get a little education in the process. I was today years old. I'll admit this. I admit when I make mistakes or when I'm wrong or when I speak incorrectly. I was today years old when I learned that there was a difference between thoroughbreds and quarter horses. I thought that if a horse was in a race that they were all thoroughbreds. So I was today years old. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's difference.
I got a little education today.
Thoroughbred, and you got quarter horses.
I just thought if you were a racehorse, you were a thoroughbred.
If you got four legs and you look like a horse,
and you're racing, and you got a jockey on you.
Yeah, it's horse racing. You didn't know the difference between thoroughbreds and
I did not.
Quarter horses. Yeah, they're running quarter horses out in Ogallala and then the thoroughbreds in Omaha. So. All right, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll start off with election news as nonpartisan candidate for Nebraska's 1st Congressional District, Austin Allman, says he has enough signatures to be on the November ballot. That'll set up a four-way race with Democratic nominee Chris Backmeyer, Republican incumbent Mike Flood, and Libertarian Nick Sandman. Meanwhile, the city of Hastings is warning the public about emails posing as city employees and other city officials. These emails are using a email address not affiliated with the city, but it's made to look like an official City of Hastings email, kind of. The malicious emails come from the following email address: planning-dept DEPT for department .cityofhastingsne.gov at USA.com. Yeah, totally legit. All official City of Hastings emails will come from the cityofhastings.org domain. And finally, the City of Hastings Development Services Department is hosting a public meeting for zoning updates related to adult establishments as well as short-term rentals. The meeting will be held from 5 until 6:30 on Thursday, July 23rd at the Hastings Public Library. 5 minutes until 8 o'clock. Let's head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, Will, what's going on in sports?
Well, today's sports brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings in Blue Hill, your destination for wellness and recovery. A pair of Nebraska basketball standouts were honored by the Big Ten Conference yesterday as Nebraska's outstanding sportsmanship winners. Calvin Hake helped the Nebraska women's basketball team to a 19-13 record and their third consecutive NCAA tournament appearance. She averaged 7.2 points, 3.6 assists, 2.5 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game. Reich Mass was instrumental in the Husker men's basketball team's record-breaking campaign last year. He averaged 13.3 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 3.1 assists as Nebraska won 28 games and reached the NCAA Sweet 16 for the first time in program history. Hastings Sodbusters scored 5 runs in the 7th inning to beat the Grand Island Fighting Cranes 11-3 last night out of Duncan Field. A.J. Estill had 2 hits and 3 RBIs for the Sodbusters. David Osana had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Jude Stewart was the winning pitcher. Rylan Evans and Sawyer Slade had 2 hits apiece for Grand Island. Hastings is now 12-17 in the season. Grand Island is 17-12. Same 2 teams will play tonight at Ryder Park and GI. First pitch will be at 7. In American Legion baseball action last night, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes dropped a pair of games in the Capital City Clash, losing to Gretna 11-6 and to Epp Foundation Repair Juniors 9-3. Hastings is now 11-15 in the season. They'll play Harrisburg at 2 this afternoon. Hastings 5 Points Bank will play in the Hastings Kearney tournament this weekend. Hastings Brunswick will play in the Bellevue East tournament. Quarterfinals of the World Cup yesterday. France defeated Morocco 2-0. Today, Spain will play Belgium at 2 this afternoon on Fox. Tomorrow, Norway will play England at 4, followed by Argentina against Switzerland at 8. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:57 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Area showers and thunderstorms clear out by the morning hours. That'll leave us with mostly cloudy skies throughout the morning. We will clear out, though, and we'll have sunny skies by the afternoon with calm winds and a high of 84. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 63. 88 and sunny on Saturday, 90 on Sunday. Low 90s on Monday with plenty of sunshine, and that heat will continue into next week. That's Check Your Forecast. Have a great day.
Northwest winds this morning at 4. Cloudy skies. It is 69 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydromassage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
Conant Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Conant Auto Care is here for you.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
Mike Will, Giants and Nevronic with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. By the way, Cam Raceway not running this weekend. It was a planned week off. Evidently, I think some national shows are being run this weekend across the nation. So Cam with a built-in week off. They'll get back in to the swing of things next week, next Friday night, out at Cam Raceway in Hastings. World Cup continues.
Mm-hmm.
Got France on into the next round. They picked up a win over Morocco yesterday.
They have guaranteed, interestingly enough, that they will play on Bastille Day, which would be like as if USA played England on the 4th of July. And it would be super cool if it was France and Spain on Bastille Day, wouldn't it? Kylian Mbappe, let's talk about him for a second. He is now 20 career World Cup goals. He is one shy of Messi. He's only played in 20 World Cup games. So you want to talk about Messi being the greatest of all time? Kylian Mbappe says, hold my beer. 20 goals in 20 games. Incredible stuff. France moves on. And you mentioned it should be set up for a fun weekend of football. Question, speaking of auto racing and Cam not going tonight, where the hell is Echo Park Speedway?
Atlanta.
What is Echo Park? Is that like a road course? Are we?
No,
on...
this is
this is legit.
Yeah, this is a speedway.
We're back to circles.
Yep, back to circles again. You must be getting ready to fill out your fantasy racing lineup.
I don't know why. I'm dead ass last.
Yeah, you've struggled a little bit here the past couple of weeks.
Huh. Imagine that. Somebody that doesn't know what the hell he's doing struggling with the people that know what the hell they're doing.
But you bought the NASCAR game in preparation for this season.
Yeah, that has been a disappointment.
It hasn't helped you at all.
It has been it is not like the tool that Vegas uses for the college football spreads, which was dead on when we talked about the Ohio spread and then the simulation. These NASCAR simulations, they're not the same. They can't predict a pit crew missing a lug nut.
Yeah.
Every problem that I have exists because of a pit crew malfunction. Every time they come back from a commercial break and they're like, all right, well, let's resort out who was the winners, who was the losers on pit row. Oh, my drivers are the losers on pit row. I'm going to change my team name to Pit Row Losers because my pit crew has let me down. Unlike the Chief, who is going to bolster the
Hastings Orioles.
Hastings Orioles. He doesn't let anybody down. He's a great crew chief. My pit crew has let me down.
Well, go back to work. Grab your lunch pail today and go back to work. It's another week. NASCAR racing. I did. You talked about football and predictions.
Mm-hmm.
I did stumble across. There's some website that's playing out all the Nebraska games on EA Sports.
Yep.
I told you that they already got wins. Nebraska's got wins over Ohio, Bowling Green, and North Dakota. Mm-hmm. Today, I saw the replay, EA Sports, Michigan State's game.
Oh, how'd that go?
They got Nebraska winning.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it.
They got Nebraska winning the first 4 games of the season, according to EA Sports.
Interesting.
Ohio, Bowling Green, North Dakota, and Michigan State. The next one, I'm sure it'll pop up in the next couple of days, will be Maryland. So I'll let you know how that goes. But, yeah, EA Sports has Nebraska starting the season 4-0. If that don't give you reason to drink a little Roulade over the weekend, I don't know what will. The Huskers going to start the season 4-0, baby.
Maybe
4-0. Maybe 5-0, depending on what happens with Maryland. But
you get past Michigan State.
baby.
I think 5-0 is a realistic possibility.
Oh, baby, take a swig.
Turn it up the temp. Get on the hype train, baby.
We're ready to go. All right. Have yourself a good weekend. If you'd like to listen to the show again, listen to Jim Slacker's race predictions. You can just download the podcast off of the social media sites and listen to the show at your convenience today. Boy, got our podcast numbers in yesterday from the IT guy. We're blowing stuff out of the water right now. Blowing stuff right out of the water. So thanks for continuing to follow us here on Extreme Sports.
Stenhouse Jr.? Okay. Submit.
God. All right. We'll see you again. Have yourself a great weekend. See you again on Monday here on Extreme Sports.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.